Welcome back to the video blog once again. My name is Adam Daniel Mezei, adamdanielmezei.com, your PMD, producer of marketing and distribution. Thanks again for watching. So I was very kindly sent this book up from Orlando, Florida. It's called FASCINATE, Your 7 Triggers to Persuasion and Captivation. Very nice book. Sally Hogshead, that's the name of the author. She is a lovely human being and soul. She's very kind. I have heard her speak and I have read some of her work, and now I'm reading her book. This book comes, and I'm going to tell you the genius of how this marketing campaign goes. This book comes in its own box. I have the box. Unfortunately, it is obscured by custom stamps, stickers, UPS labels, and all manner of other approval stamps. So you're not really going to get the full oomph of it. But on all sides of the box, let's see, on all 6 faces of the box, there is something that is color coordinated to look exactly like this book with all the testimonials on the back. It is phenomenal. I'm just getting into this book right now. I would say, well, you know, I'm a good 1/3 of the way through. I started reading it yesterday, and I'll probably get done in the next couple of days, if not today. And I really enjoyed something that I read about audience engagement that Sally talks about. And she basically puts the engagement on a continuum from complete uninvolvement to radical obsession. It goes through various steps. I'll read what they are, but I think what's really important about this particular section is how it relates to independent film. And I'm finding a lot of the lessons that Sally's putting across in the pages of FASCINATE have an application to pretty much any media sphere. Something that she says in one of the footnotes in FASCINATE. She talks about marketing. And marketing is not just like a pure science. It's not something you do because you flip a switch and say, okay, now I'm ready to market. No, marketing is every single thing that you do from the minute you step out your apartment or house door in the morning and get into your car or hop into the bus or the subway or wherever you live. You're marketing. You're marketing yourself. You're marketing your ideas. You're marketing what you know. You're marketing what you want. It's all marketing, and it's great. So basically, Sally posits the following different stages of acceptance and involvement. She says it begins with avoidance to disinterest, to neutrality, to mild affinity, to interest, to engagement. That means that 5 steps into the process only are they interested. By the 6th step they're engaged. 7, immersion. 8, preoccupation. 9, obsession. And then 10 is compulsion. So you have a decalogue of stages from becoming completely uninvolved to where you're totally, radically, insanely involved. One of the things that Sally talks about is this. It's a lot of work to get people to stop ignoring you. Once they stop ignoring you, then they know you. But just because they're not ignoring you and they know you doesn't mean that you're persuading them, and it doesn't mean if you're a salesperson, it doesn't mean they're buying, or if you're a filmmaker, it doesn't mean they're watching your movie. To get them to the stage where they're interested and engaged, which are steps 6 and 7, to get them to that particular point, it's actually 5 and 6. You have to do a hell of a lot more to get them involved. In fact, what Sally talks about is fascinating them. You have to fascinate your audience in order to get them along that continuum. That's a really big statement. That's saying a whole lot of things in a very small paragraph or a page of information. It basically says, A, you're going to be spending a whole lot of resources. It could be money, time, a combination of both, to get people to pay attention to you, to stop ignoring you, to basically let you rise to the top of a heap in a morass of media triggers and culture. The other thing is to get them to actually do what you want them to do, whether it's to buy this, whether it's to view this, whether it's to click this, whether it's to share this. It's going to get them to, you have to really get in there. And it's amazing. I use that expression a lot. And I tell people like David Brannon and Karen Morden at filmcourage.com. And we all know this. Full court blitz. It's a full court blitz to get people to actually make the walk along the continuum. And I thought this was really fascinating. This stood out for me in like a magnificent way. And as I ply through the pages and the depths of this particular book, I'm of course going to find out more little information that Sally talks about. She structures it as a kind of very entertaining read. It has a bit of a yarn to it, and it's also a little bit scientific and sophisticated, and she slapdashes it with a bit of business stuff. So I'll come out with a full review of the book as soon as I'm done, but I wanted to stop and, in the interim, deliver and share this information about engagement, audience engagement, and getting people to stop ignoring you. I thought that was really great. Check out the book. It's on Amazon. You're not going to be disappointed. It's already garnered tens of reviews already, so you're just kind of in the know. It's in that Malcolm Gladwell category. And for those of you who have read Gladwell or Seth Godin, you're going to like how Sally writes. Sally Hogshead, or you can say Sally Hogshead, but I don't really like that. Sally Hogshead. And of course, in every one of her books, you get the Hogshead label. Isn't that branding? Thanks, Sally. Catch up with you in a few days. Take care.